BNI Plus has a newsletter that goes out to members and visitors of the chapter. It's under meeting, and it should be sent out within the same day of the meeting, ideally within a few hours, because at some point, BNI Plus resets all of the information and everything gets lost. This could be done by the communications coordinator. And to access, there is the newsletter. It's under meeting. And there are various things. See, this is one of the issues with BNI Plus. Like we're back in early 2020. And the best thing for the communications coordinator to do is to go through and just play with it and test some things out. What stats they want to put in, if any, the variety of different stats that can be put in. The core value that could be chosen by somebody, or the core value that was given could be there. A meeting recap. Thank you to visitors. There's also a spot if members have not filled out their weekly requests, they can be sent a reminder. There's a chunk of information that should be here. If any changes are made, make sure it is saved. It's a lot of back and forth, but if you do anything and exit out without saving, things fall apart. There's also the ability to set the newsletter layout. This is done by drag and drop. Social media can be added there. The weekly requests, thank you to visitors. All sorts of different information. The closing quote can appear there. You can play around with it any way that you so choose. And then when you're done, click OK. And you can save it, and then you can send a test to yourself or to whoever. And then once it's all ready to go, click Send Newsletter, and that sends it to all of the members and to the visitors. And it can be a very highly effective way of keeping track of members' weekly asks. So let's run a little test here. Save it. We'll go back to the newsletter, and we will send ourselves a test. Here's an example of the newsletter. This was the test. And as you saw, the format, the layout can be changed around. It's pulled in the stats because that's what we picked. The core value, the featured speaker was there along with a download to the presentation, the closing quote. The links to the visitors are also there, and the visitors' details. The upcoming speaker is also there, the open categories, the network leaders, and then the weekly asks are also here, what people have been asking for, which is a great way to get a summary notes. And on the actual newsletter itself, there is a link at the bottom for the members to be able to access their profile to update these.